Hello! In today's video, I'm sharing makeup I loved so much I needed more. This goes beyond restocking, repurchasing an item. I loved these so much I needed multiples. One just wouldn't cut it. I'm sure I shared this about some of these products in videos here and there, but I haven't compiled these so that I could just share my love for these all in one video. And when I saw my friend Michelle Wong do this video a couple weeks ago, I immediately thought I needed to do this video, so I give her full credit. If you haven't seen her video, I'll have it linked down below so you can check it out after you finish this one. I love these products so much. I reach for them all the time and I just needed them in multiple shades. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's get into these products that I just needed more of. I actually had to streamline my products to fit them all in this one video so it wouldn't be too long. I could actually do a part 2. Leave me a comment down below if you want to see a part 2. I mean, I guess I'll kind of know from how many people watch it, but still let me know because I have more I can share. These have been in my life the longest. That's why I'm starting with them. Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliners. This is not my entire collection. These are just the neutrals. I actually have some colorful ones that are already packed away for our move. I wear neutrals more, so I just kept these out. I love this formula. These have been in my life for a long time for a reason. These glide on effortlessly, and yet they give you time to blend them out before they set down, and they do set down and wear all day. These don't budge on my eyes anyway. I know everyone's different, but these work really well for me. I think for this video, because I have so many multiples of some of these, I'm just going to give you my top 3 that I wear the most because shade preference is so individual. So this shade is 0. It's just a basic black. And next we have Whiskey, which is your basic chocolate brown. I probably wear this one the most. And finally we have one that's probably a little bit unexpected. This one is called Lucky, and it's got a little bit of a coppery sheen to it with some black undertones. So there's a little bit of depth. I really like this in the summertime. It's great for blue eyes too. There's also a navy blue that's somewhere. I hope I didn't pack it away because I really love that one too. I'll have these and all the products I'm sharing throughout the video linked in my drop-down description box below the video. Click on the title or the word more so you can see it and everything I'm wearing. And now I'm going to get a makeup wipe and remove this so I can do some more swatching. One of my favorite drugstore cream or liquid blush formulas is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. I just think these are so great. The quality is pretty much high end. I don't remember which shade I purchased first, but I loved it so much. I purchased another. I received one of these in PR, and then I purchased another shade despite my huge high-end and drugstore blush collection. I just felt the need to have 4 of these, which is kind of what this whole video is about. The formula blends out so easily. This is the shade Cheeky, which looks pretty deep. You only need a teeny tiny little bit, but you can see how effortlessly it just turns into this flush. I'm not really worried about the edges right now. I just kind of wanted you to see that. And you can see there's a little bit of a glow to it, but it doesn't stay sticky. It sets down. And the 4 shades I have from top to bottom are Cheeky, Pinched, Spiced, and Cinnamon. I love Flower Beauty overall. The quality tends to be really great across the line. These apply, blend out, look, and wear beautifully no matter which shade you get. I'm pretty sure I've tried every available dupe of the Chanel Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue lip product, and nothing stacks up. This is one of those undupable products for me, which is actually another video I would like to do. Let me know if you want to see that, because I love finding good dupes, but there are some products that I just have not been able to find perfect dupes for, and this is one of them. I have an entire video on it, and I've tried new products that have come out since. I'll link that video down below. This formula is just perfection. So this is one of those double-ended products. You apply the pigment to your lips, let it set for maybe a minute, and then you apply the clear gloss on top. This is an actual flattering, long-wearing, budge-proof lipstick formula. It doesn't enhance vertical lip lines. It doesn't give you that line of demarcation where your lips meet. As the day goes on, that's an issue I have with a lot of these types of products. And when the gloss is fresh, it feels more like a cream lipstick rather than a gel or an oil type formula, the way a lot of other formulas can feel. They have a lot of slip to them. This one feels more creamy and substantial. It's not sticky either. I think the first one I tried was Timeless Beige. I was so impressed with this formula and how even when the gloss started to wear away, the pigment still stayed. And when I applied the gloss on top again, it just kept wearing well all day. I immediately thought this is the perfect formula to have a red, because red can be so difficult to wear and keep it looking really nice for a long period of time. So I couldn't decide which red to get, so I picked up Burning Red and Daring Red. I'm really glad to have both. Burning Red is a little bit warmer, Daring Red is a little bit more of a classic red. And then I stumbled across Sensual Rose, which when you compare it to the red, you can see it has a little bit of pink to it, but vibrancy, yet a little bit of neutral to it too, so it's wearable. This is a good shade for people who are a little bit intimidated by red, but still want a little oomph. And since this is my go-to long-wearing lipstick formula at this point, I decided I needed more neutral. So this was my original Timeless Beige. I then picked up Tender Beige and Darling Pink. And you can see them all swatched here. I love them all. I love this formula. I think it's fantastic. It's a slippery slope with Chanel, because my intense love for this formula got me thinking, if that's so good, I bet their other lipsticks are just as good. And then I ended up with these somehow, which is a topic for another video, or maybe video number 2. When it comes to eyeshadow palettes, there are very few brands where I'm intrigued every time they have a new release. Anastasia Beverly Hills is one of those brands. I may not buy every new launch, but pretty close. They actually just launched a new one this week and it's on its way. So this is my current Anastasia palette collection. I didn't hop on the ABH train early like everyone else did. I don't know why. I just kind of held out for a little bit, and I can't remember if Modern Renaissance or the Mario palette was my first palette. I actually said in one of my old decluttering videos that I was going to get rid of this Mario palette, but I just couldn't part with it. It is pretty old. I probably should toss it, but I just love this palette and I wish they would release it again, because it's such a good warm neutral palette that has a little bit of color to it, wearable color, you know, and the quality in all of her palettes I've just been really impressed with. And then we have Modern Renaissance. I'm not as into these reds as a lot of people, and I kind of mix these neutrals in with other things. I actually need to pull this out and use this a little bit more. My friend Risa actually bought this for me as a gift, the Norvina palette. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette. This is perfect for spring. I'm actually going to keep this on my vanity. I'm kind of glad I'm doing this video. I had to have soft glam. I just think this is such a beautiful warm palette, and I tend to wear a lot of warm colors because of my coloring. Super, super versatile. Another limited edition palette that I kept is the Sultry palette. I really wish they hadn't discontinued this, because I just think this is such a great everyday or glam palette. It's neutral yet has some pops in here, and it's just really pretty. I just really wish they would re-release this palette so more people could get their hands on it. I love that palette. It's actually one of my favorites. This is my most recent, well, aside from the one that's on the way, which I'll put here in the top corner. I think I'm really gonna love this new palette. This is the Primrose palette. This is more of a face palette. This isn't actually one of my favorites, and maybe that's because I haven't played with it a ton. There's a lot of mid-tone going on in here, a little bit of deep, but there's not quite enough light to make it a full complete palette, enough bright shades. I would say out of all of these, my most used is Soft Glam. Well, and Sultry, but you can't really get your hands on Sultry, so we'll say Soft Glam. The quality of the mattes and shimmers is really great. They're blendable, they're easy to use, and you get a lot of variety with her palettes, and I think that's one reason why I enjoy them so much. The lip I've had on throughout this video is Persona Lip Gloss in Pink. This is one of my favorite formulas of lip gloss ever. I pretty much always have one of these in my purse at all times. I've been talking for a while, even more than what you're seeing, because a lot gets cut out during editing. I've also been drinking, and I have not reapplied this lip gloss. I do have it on over a lightly applied neutral lip liner, but I clearly have gloss on my lips, otherwise my lips would be matte. These have a very faint, sweet scent. It's not overpowering, I don't notice after the lip gloss is applied. I love the flat paddle applicator. It's soft. It just applies the gloss so smoothly. I'll put on a little bit more just so you can see it topped off. The sheen in these is so flattering. They have some opacity to them. They feel almost like a creamy lipstick rather than a gloss. They have substance. That's one of my favorite ways to describe lip balms, lip oils, lip glosses, when they actually have something to them that stays with your lips, that's not sticky or not too slippy. You can feel them, they feel creamy and nourishing, and they do have good ingredients in them, which I appreciate. I just feel like Sona, who created this line, did such a good job with all of her products, these included. Now, I'm pretty sure I first discovered these through PR, and I've received some in PR, I've purchased some. There are many products I get in PR and I never use again, and there's many that I just make sure I keep in my rotation because I love them that much, and then I end up purchasing them over and over again in multiple shades. Right now, this time of year, spring and summer, I would say these are probably my three most worn shades. Top to bottom, we have coral, peach, and pink. I'm kind of rotating it so you can see with the light. I don't think you could go wrong with any shade, and I do have more shades than just these. They're just packed away. I'm trying to streamline because we're getting ready to move, but I've adored every shade I've tried from her line. This is another product that's been in my life for many, many years, double-digit years. This is revamped packaging since I first discovered it and fell in love with it and had multiple shades way back when. This is the Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusion. This is the shade Rosé. Just wanted to show you what it looks like in the packaging. I've already swatched several shades. Although I'm showing you 6 today, I have more in my collection that are packed away for fall, winter. This formula is stunning. It's so flattering even if you have texture. This is a formula that allows you to apply it very sheer to start. You really can't mess these up. You're not gonna go in and lay down too much pigment right at the beginning. It's a buildable formula, so you can build the intensity. It just applies and blends out so beautifully. It's so flattering and it wears all day. I feel like you can see on the swatches, even though these are matte, there is a little bit of a sheen to them. It's not a sparkle. These just give your cheeks this beautiful radiance, this healthy lit from within glow. So from top to bottom, we have rosé, peach, chai, fresca, strawberry, and my personal favorite right now, passion fruit. So here's passion fruit, here's strawberry, here's chai, and here's fresca. And there are some little glimmer particles in fresca, but they just don't show up on your cheeks. It's just a radiance, some luminosity. And here's peach, and here's strawberry. All of these are so beautiful for spring and summer, and all of her shades are very wearable. She has some deeper shades as well. And I don't think anyone could be disappointed in this formula, in the blendability, the wear, how they look. And this is another formula that I've bought, I've received in PR, I've bought some more. These are just blushes that will always be in my life. The moment I tried L'Oreal Colorish Shine lipsticks for the first time, I fell in love. Now, the shade that I initially tried is Glossy Fawn, which is right here. It's kind of a beige cut with a little bit of pink. This formula is nourishing and hydrating, yet there's some pigment to it. It's kind of a lipstick balm in one, but with more pigment than you would typically think of a lipstick balm formula. I feel like a lot of products are coming out like that now, but this is one of the originals. These seem to last a decent amount of time on my lips too. The packaging is nice and luxe as well. Now, the 2 shades that I have here and a few other shades you can still find on both Amazon and Walmart, I believe. I'll have them linked down below in my description box. And if I can find them anywhere else, I'll link them there too. This is Sparkling Rose, such a pretty springy pink, and then the Glossy Fawn. I was really sad when I realized these were being discontinued. I wanted to share them in this video though, because I bought over time about 6 shades, I think, that have all been discontinued, or they're a little bit deeper, they're packed away, but I kept these 2 out and you can still find them. I don't think you'd be disappointed with any shade that you buy. This formula is so nice. It feels very high end and looks pretty high end too. And this is one of those get it while you can situations since this line has been discontinued, but there's still some decent shades available and I just love this product. This isn't even my full collection. I clearly have a Laura Mercier Caviar stick addiction. I don't even know when it started. I have bought probably half of these. I've been sent half in PR. I will continue to buy them. I love them. There are mattes, there are shimmers, and they apply to your lids beautifully and give you time to blend them out before they set down. But I don't just use them for eyeshadow. I also have a few shades that I use to line my eyes with. I do that frequently in videos. I I take my liner brush, whether it's a pencil or an angled brush, and I dip it right in the product and line my eye. It works beautifully and sets and wears all day. This collection has been growing over time. This is not something I went and bought in one day. Obviously, I mean, none of these products were. And I have a lot of single eye products, liquid, stick, cream shadows. I had a few more collections I could have put in this video actually that I love and I have multiples of, but because this one was so extensive, I needed to put it in here. I just find these to be super flattering and they're just great for every day. I use a lot of these on a regular basis because they're just so flattering and easy to use. So as for swatches, I'll just go through the liners that I use the most and just a few of my everyday lid shades. I feel like these are going to look really close when you just see them on the back of the hand, but on the eye you can see a difference. So from top to bottom we have Smoke, Cocoa, Plum, Tuxedo, and this is khaki. A lot of people, including myself, use this on the lid, but I've also been known to line with it. And now just for regular use, we have Intense Moonlight, Amethyst, Rose Gold, Sunrise, Metallic Taupe, Copper. This matte shade is Caramel. There's a matte shade that I love called Au Naturel. I thought it was in here, but it's not. And then this is Nude Rose, which I actually think is a better rose gold than rose gold. I think rose gold is actually more of a champagne. I know that's a lot, but I probably have even more that I could swatch for you that I use all the time as well. These are flattering even on mature eyelids and they just wear well through the day. Some people do apply primer underneath just to add to the longevity. These just kind of had a snowball effect on me, and I foresee adding even more as she releases new shades. I just changed my lip shade so I could share this next product. I've been sharing and talking about my love for the original Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump since the fall or winter, whenever these came out and I first discovered them. I love this product. I have them in almost every bag I carry. I keep them here at my table. These just go on my lips all the time. And it seems like every time I shop with a retailer that carries these, I end up with a new shade. Now these have gone viral, and so has the new version, the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. I've gotten 2 shades of it because I love it just as much. Both formulas have nourishing ingredients that fill out those little vertical lip lines that you have. They make your lips look juicy and feel hydrated and nourished. They provide a hint of color. They last a decent amount of time. They're not sticky. They're a true, beautiful lipstick, lip gloss, lip balm hybrid. I always feel like my lips just feel better when I wear these. I was also really impressed with the design. I've tried some click-up type products in the past and they always malfunction. I've used every single one of these multiple times and we have no malfunctioning going on. They work perfectly. I love the slanted, slim design. You can apply it with no mirror and it's just super easy. There's also a nice, subtle, sweet scent. It's not overpowering at all. The difference in the two is that the Plumper has a slight minty sensation. It's not a tingle like you get with a lot of lip plumpers. It's aggravating, but I do notice more of a plumping effect, which I personally like. There's also a little bit more pigment in these as well. Now there is a slight design flaw with these, and that is that the shade is on a sticker on the bottom where you click. You can see here it fell off of a shade that I wear all the time, so I really had to figure out what the shade was so I could swatch it for you. So on top I have the 2 shades in the regular formula that I wear the most. This is Orchid and this is Rose, and here we have the 2 shades of the plumping formula that I have. I will be getting more, Peachy Beige and Primrose. I just love both formulas. These are living in my purse, in my bags, on my tables, my vanities. I cannot get enough. There were actually quite a few Charlotte Tilbury products I could have put in this video. I'm actually surprised I was able to narrow it down to just the Cheek to Chic blushes, but I feel like these were one of the first products I tried from her, and it kind of was the slippery slope that led me to trying more. If I'm recalling correctly, it's been a while. Her formula is a little bit unique in that you have this outer circle. Sometimes it's deeper, sometimes it's lighter. You're supposed to swish this across your cheek, your cheekbone area, and then pop the middle shade on on the apple of your cheek. Or you can swirl your brush in the entire thing and just apply it that way too. These apply so beautifully. They're never patchy. They're buildable. They're basically no-fail blushes that are so extremely flattering. They give a lip from within glow. Clearly that's what I love in a blush. Now I think First Love was the one that I bought first and fell in love with, and I actually didn't think I was going to like it because it looks so pale that it's not even going to show up, but it does. And that led me to trying Ecstasy. Now Ecstasy is the one I reach for the most. For my coloring, I just find this so flattering. It's actually the blush that I have on today, and I don't have on a highlighter. I know most people rave about Pillow Talk and wear this one the most. I do love it, but I just reach for Ecstasy more. I was sent Pillow Talk Intense in PR and thought it would be too deep for me, but I kept it because it's a really great blush in the fall. This is a formula that I just keep gravitating towards. I'm always intrigued by it, and so here are all those shades swatched. This is Pillow Talk Intense, this is Pillow Talk, this is First Love, and this is Ecstasy. It's an extremely flattering formula that wears well all day. There's a reason why it's so popular and why people tend to repurchase this product once they get their first one, myself included, and I know I'll eventually purchase more. I'd love to hear your products that you loved so much you needed more of in the comments down below. Sometimes that's how I discover some favorites too. You know, I'm all about everyday beauty made easy here on my channel, and I just did a video all about fast, easy, natural makeup over 40. I'll have it here if you want to check that out. I hope you found this helpful and enjoyable. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!